Do you know what to do with feedback? We talk about where to find it, but we don't really talk about what to do with it. So I want to cover two things. One, who's giving it and why, and two, some ideas for structuring how you respond to it. So first off, who's giving it to you? Well, there isn't a great course or instruction booklet that really sums up what feedback is and how to give it and what we should do with it. I wish. So what you're finding is that every instructor is just sort of building on what he or she kind of knows. So I've been fortunate. I've had some great teaching instructors, and they've done a lot for teaching me what feedback could look like and what I should maybe try to do. But that's not true of every single course, and plenty of people haven't had really great feedback, so they don't really know what to do with it. So consider us as humans. We're trying our best. We're trying to think of what could help you and how we could help you reach success. But we don't necessarily know how, and we're just trying. The other aspect of that is that sometimes we're good at it. Sometimes we're just going to hit the nail on the head, and it's going to work, and you're going to think, wow, that's good feedback. And other times, because we're human, mood, we're not going to do it well. We're just going to have things that life throws at us, get in the way, and we're just not going to excel at it. So be understanding. So the next part, what do you do with it? So when you get it, maybe there's very little, in which case look for that one single nugget that you have. Maybe there's a lot. Again, look for a little nugget. Look for something that you could use that you find helpful or useful. Maybe there's really nothing that you like about it. There's nothing that you really feel you can use. That's okay. We're human. Let go of it. Maybe it isn't necessary for you right then. Maybe there's another way that you're going to learn more about that concept. It's okay. So these are the three questions I want you to think about. Ask yourself, what can I use right now? What's the one thing that could help you in the very next assignment? I also want you to ask yourself, what's useful to know? What could I use for the future? What is something interesting to tuck away? In that same vein, what could you save? What could you tuck away that you could keep for another course, another time, some interesting bit of knowledge you gained? But finally, think about letting it go. Sometimes feedback is amazing, and we learn something cool and useful and exciting, and that's wonderful because it's working. But sometimes we just don't get anything out of it, and that's okay. Sometimes someone doesn't have something to speak into your life, and that happens. It's okay. So the main thing there is, in the words of Frozen, let it go. So if it's great, use it. If it could be useful, save it. If it's really not working for you, let it go and move on and move forward. So that's our advice, me and the trusty Wiggins. I want to encourage you to always look for that little nugget of wisdom.